on this computer. All right, welcome to the Zoom session here. I think this is the fourth one, and I'm going to be discussing a few very important things. The first one is the new features on the Cryptonaire network dashboard. This is something that, in all honesty, I should have added before. I didn't think about this, but many of you have been requesting it. It took our tech team about 2 or 3 days to get it live. It's very, very cool stuff. I will share that with you right now on the screen share. And then I'm going to talk about the 19,900% MintHub Report. I'm going to share with you where this number has come from. It is something that sounds crazy, but in the crypto market, especially when it comes to private sales, when coins get listed publicly, if things are done correctly, these numbers are actually quite conservative. And I'll show you the stats. I'll show you some examples so that you're aware of how crazy the market can be. I will tell you this though, this Bitcoin halving that's coming up in 2024, is in April 2024. There's already been a few halvings. It happens every 4 years. What it does is it basically, since there's a finite amount, a limited amount of Bitcoins, and Bitcoin gets mined every 4 years, the halving, what it means is the same processing power will be able to mine or create half the amount of Bitcoin. And so what happens every 4 years is the market pumps. Bitcoin goes up in price, it shoots up in price, Ethereum shoots up in price. And what always follows, not sometimes, what always follows afterwards is the coins below it in the coin market cap. The top 10 coins that I've listed, for example, for the Cryptonaire Accelerator members inside of the membership, my prediction is that if you follow those the 10 coins exactly how I've purchased it, it should 50x on average, in my opinion, over the next year and a half. So those are big numbers for these coins. And it has happened many times. But in my opinion, this next halving is going to be the final time ever in the crypto market that things can go this crazy. That's because of, and not just because of regulations, but it's mainly because of all the money that's already in the system. Bitcoin recently was actually $1 trillion market cap. That's absolutely crazy. So the opportunity for these pumps to happen, it takes a lot more money going in for those multiples to happen. That's why the low market cap coins, and especially private sale coins like MintHub, have that ability to hit those multiples. Now that the Bitcoin halving is almost here, the most important thing is to stack up on these coins. So that's something that's very important. Speaking of stacking up on these coins, this new feature here, I had to add it in because a lot of you guys that are earning commission with Cryptonaire network, with using your referral link, with using the message swipes and the email swipes that I've given you, is you wanted to withdraw your funds and then deposit it back into purchase MintHub. And a lot of people asked, Rahman, why can't we have something where it can just be added into the balance? So I'm going to show you something that our tech team have set up. It was fairly quickly, actually, so I'm very happy about that. So here is the dashboard right now that you see. Looks the same as it was when we got started, but have a look what happens if I click withdraw over here. Previously, you only had one option. And by the way, I didn't add my address in here yet. And that one option was to withdraw your commission. So a lot of you guys, what you were doing was you were withdrawing your commission and then adding it back into the system and then purchasing MintHub. And what's the point of doing all of that when the money's just sitting there right here? So I've created 2 buttons over here. One is for withdrawing commission and one is to add to available balance. So as you can see here on this particular account, the commission is $4,297. So what I'm going to do here is I'll just make, and last time I did a $3,000 live deposit just out of the blue. Now I'm going to do a $4,000 deposit right now. So I'm going to click type 4,000 over here, and I'm going to click add to available balance. Now, before I do that, let me just show you what the available balance currently is. So if I go to buy MintHub, for example, you see there's $33 here, all right? So now I click on withdraw, and this is the feature that I added in. You could either withdraw your commission, or you can add to available balance. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to click add to available balance, confirm you wish to add to available balance. Okay. Added successfully. There we go. It's that easy. Now I click on buy MintHub. There we go. And it shows right here. And I'm going to click 4,000. Why not 33? Let's finish it off right there. Buy now. Token purchase successfully. Done. So it was that simple. So 4 days ago, I did $3,000 just out of the blue as I was showing you guys the deposit now section. Now I added in another $4,000 just to show you. And I do have a larger account also, but I don't want to kind of throw you off with what kind of budget is placed into that one. There is some noise here, so let me just mute all participants. But guys, make sure you're muted, okay, while I'm having this discussion. So there we go. It's actually that easy. If I go into the dashboard right now, for example, you will see that it's right here. My token portfolio is now worth this much. MintHub prices are going up literally every single minute. Every few minutes, somebody's purchasing. What's happening when everybody's purchasing is the price goes up. On the admin panel, I refresh it every few days, and then the number reflects. If I had it reflect live, like I mentioned on the last Zoom session, what happens is the website slows down. So I don't want the site to be slow by updating in live time every few seconds, every minute, every transaction, the price of MintHub token going up. So I refresh the dashboard literally every few minutes. Now, I did do another thing here, which was added in, and that was regarding having the ability to change your USDT address for the withdrawals. Some of you have made the mistake by going on the deposit now section, picking USDT, typing in, let's say, a random number here, and basically using the USDT address here and putting it onto your withdrawal. As you can see on the notes, each transfer, each wallet, the QR and this address is for one transfer only. So if you end up depositing funds, please go ahead and click generate address again. And then what happens is you've got a new address and a new QR code. So it's one for each one. Otherwise, I have to manually send that money back to you and it clogs up the support unit. So make sure you do that. I put the note here just to be extra sure that you get it. So that being said, some of you did that. And what I wanted to do is just to make sure that you didn't, you can go back on that mistake. You can click wallet. I'm just going to click test, for example, over here. Information is saved successfully. And so this would be the address, for example, and I can just delete it. And then I just refresh. And there we go. I can enter in my new USDT address. That simple. It should be easy to understand. Others have made a mistake where they deposit funds and then they assume that you automatically purchase MintHub tokens. No, when you deposit funds, it's added into your balance. You can use your balance how you wish. For example, to purchase Cryptonaire Accelerator, as you can see over here, that's already done, or the secret membership. And if I click purchase now, it will reflect the balance and I click buy now, or I go to the MintHub token area, buy MintHub, and then I can purchase now, like I can pick the amount. So it's that simple. It's a two-step process. First is deposit, then choose what you want to buy. So many of you have deposited and then think, where is my MintHub? Because you have to go to MintHub and actually click buy MintHub. That should be self-explanatory on that end. The reports. Some of you here, a lot of you have registered today or maybe yesterday. Maybe you registered right after I sent that report out. Yesterday, I sent a quick briefing on my prediction of MintHub tokens, conservative predictions on MintHub tokens and why I picked that number. And that was sent via email. So I'm going to open up that email now, just a second. I'm going to quickly unshare screen. I had it open. but I'm going to open up that email and find it right now. Let's see here, just a second. Admin Cryptonaire network, and here's the report. Okay, let me just share screen again. All right, you should be able to see my screen right here. So where did this number come from? Let's first discuss that there is going to be, and this is, again, this is my estimate, this is my prediction based on years and years of experience. I will tell you basically what will happen. Unless even if everything goes wrong, the three things that is going to happen. There is going to be 3 pumps for MintHub. It's going to be happening in 3 rounds, right? The first round is during the private sale. During the private sale, MintHub starts at, and they revealed it right here inside of this PDF report. If I go to the tokenomics section, it reveals it right here. MintHub private sale starts at $0.005 per coin. It ends at 15 cents a coin. Then they list on a decentralized exchange. So it goes public. You can buy and sell as you wish. What does this mean? It means that during the private sale, it will go up by 30 times. How does a coin go up? A coin goes up when there's more money going in than money going out. During the private sale, money doesn't go out because it's not in the public market yet, which means it will only be able to go up. So that's where the first price increase comes from, is 3,000%. It goes up by 30 times. That's why private sales are very profitable. The big issue or challenge that a lot of people don't look into for the private sale is how much of these tokens do the MintHub founders or the coin holders actually take? If they take anything above 50%, they can dump the market in a very heavy way. Some might even have 100% to the side and they can dump it completely. And that's what you call a rug pull. MintHub is not like that. MintHub take, I believe it is 5%. So even if they sell all of their shares, they can only reduce the price of MintHub by 5%. So what does that mean? That means that they are waiting for that big payday before they sell their 5%. And when is that going to happen? Now, the first big pump is during the private sale. The second big pump is, as I've mentioned on this report over here, is as soon as it launches on the public market. It's going to launch on PancakeSwap, so you can actually buy and sell it using BNB. The fees are extremely low for the BNB network, and so that's what they're using for it. When a coin goes public and it has the right traction and it already has a community, these are some of the almost average numbers you see here. For a specific reason, I didn't mention the coin names here. And the reason is purely based on my experience. Over the past 11, 12 years, I've dealt with close to over 2 million people. And this is data from today's world. Sometimes I have email list sizes or audience sizes of 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 people. Sometimes it's with 700,000 people, and it's from different markets. If I mention a coin and I even tell you, do not buy this coin, this is something from 4 years ago, people will still buy it. So to protect the idiots, I should say, I have decided not to post any coins from the past. And it's the reason why I mentioned that some Zoom sessions are not going to be recorded, so that there is no harm coming your way, because some people really don't listen. Even if I say, do not buy this, people end up buying it, right? So here are some real examples of coins as soon as they went on the public market. So this particular coin here went from $0.00176 and sold at $0.243. That's 138 multiple. That was within a few days. So this one was roughly around the 2018, 2019, I believe. Don't quote me on it, but I don't have the coin here. So it's around that time when the crypto market for altcoins or alternative coins was really pumping. Like you couldn't go wrong with it. Cryptonaire network wasn't even necessary then. You could just go in blindly in 2018, 2019 on these altcoins, and everything was making you money. Over time, of course, there are less and less coins like this. You've got to do deeper and deeper research, and you've got to be more and more cautious. And so Cryptonaire network is something that's highly, highly necessary for you to do well in the crypto market. Here's another example, and this one didn't do as well. But again, this one was actually quite recent. And this was around 20 times that it went up. Very small community, very poor marketing. But what they did have was a lot of coin holders. And so as soon as that went public, it just shot up. And this is another example here. So I showed you here two rather small examples, but that's very good numbers, very good numbers. MintHub's 19,900%. Where does this number come from? This number comes from that when it lists, it only goes up by a factor of 5.67, not 138, not 32, not 20. It only goes up by 5.67. So that takes the price from 15 cents to $1 a coin. So 0.005 to $1 a coin is actually 20,000% up, or 19,900% profit. What number is that? That turns every $1 into $200. Alice token did pretty damn good for me. And I did share this inside of the report that you have access to for free. And you get access to it for free, literally on the home dashboard by clicking this big Telegram link here and clicking start message. You will get that ebook report, but the report is right here. And if you scroll down over here, I show you on page, I believe maybe it's 4. You guys here at the bottom, so I can't see. But you see it right here. They're all over the news. And the number was real. The number was real. I saw that straight away because I understand the market. I know that when a coin shoots up like this, the chance of it staying up like that is slim to none, unless it's got some real utility to it. So as soon as it went public, and I actually had 100% of my coins available to sell, I said, I'm cashing out. You can't do better than 4,000 turning into 2.5 million. It can't get better than that. That's sweet. I'm out. Bounce. And I bounced. And so that was the timing of Alice token. This was 2021. It was 3 years into coins going from private to public and pumping. And what started to happen was the patience level of the coin holders, the actual people who, the Bitcoin holders, as well as the people who created the coin, their span of time before they sold and cashed out was becoming shorter and shorter and shorter. And I saw this pattern. Previously, as soon as a coin goes public, I would purchase, I would go to sleep, I'd wake up the next day, I would sell it, or I would wait another 2 days. A couple months after, I would wake up and I would sell it as soon as I wake up. A couple months after, I would stay online, I would sell it within 6 hours. And so I saw that time frame. And I noticed all of the buzz around Alice token that was taking place as soon as it was going public. And I cashed out instantly. I didn't wait on it. And so that's where the returns have come from here. Some coins as long as they have an incentive to keep going, and they have something that's actually profitable, will actually be fit for long term. You can earn incredible margins, and it can be fit for long term. That's the reason why I partnered up with MintHub, and why I got them exclusively inside of the Cryptonaire network dashboard, because of MintHub's plan. First and foremost, they only hold 5% of the tokens. They're not going to cash out as soon as it goes on PancakeSwap, as soon as it goes on a decentralized exchange. And remember, this is the second pump. So the first two pumps is responsible for 20,000% increase. The third pump is when it lists on central exchanges, Binance, Bybit, you name it, crypto.com. And so for this, there are certain prerequisites. There are certain things that you need to meet in order for them to take it serious. Why they don't list any and all coins is simple. Binance doesn't care about MintHub. What they care about is the community that MintHub can bring into Binance. That's what they care about. So what will Binance do? They will wait for you to meet, for the coin to meet certain conditions. It's got to have this many people holding it. It's got to be very active. The community has to be thriving. Then we're going to list it. Now they've basically got a free community, and MintHub has what? Exchanges, large exchanges like Binance have lots and lots of money going in, going out, getting exchanged. That's even a small wave of this money going into MintHub increases the price drastically. That's what MintHub are waiting for before they cash out on that 5%. And by then, me and you have done extraordinarily well. Secondly, MintHub has an actual business plan, which makes sense. It made complete sense to me, because I have had this personal issue before I dived fully into the crypto market regarding selling crypto products, regarding looking into these projects and so on. I've been doing that for maybe 2 years. And before that, I had a business for 7 years. I was running paid advertising to the same product. So that's how you know that Cryptonaire network is something long-term. And the issue I had was that advertising agencies and advertising channels such as Facebook, YouTube, Google purchased YouTube. So Google also, they have regulations where they don't like when people advertise crypto products. So MintHub are building a community, building it through providing free news about crypto, exclusively about crypto, crypto entertainment. And what they're going to do with the audience is they're going to sell the audience the same way Facebook does, the same way Google does, the same way that any of these big websites do. And they're going to sell the audience on a pay-per-click basis. So they're going to tell them, all right, you can put your advertising banner on the site. We can mail out to your audience. They obviously review the product to make sure it's legitimate in order not to harm the MintHub community. And then they distribute half of that income, half of that revenue to people who have purchased MintHub during the private sale stage. So this is like being Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel invested $500,000 into Facebook at its very beginning, and he cashed out $1 billion. Where did this $1 billion come from? The same way that that money comes from what MintHub are building. It comes from people saying, there's the community right there. I want to pay to get access to this community. And that's how Google make their money. That's how Facebook make their money. And that's why there are amazing services that are completely free of charge. It's free of charge because they're selling the attention from the audience. So what happens is, and the difference between you and Peter Thiel and me and Peter Thiel is basically Even if we sell all of our MintHub tokens, our shares are locked permanently. Whatever you get in the private sale is the amount of shares as soon as it goes public, your shares are locked. So it shows it here on the roadmap. The coin listing happens on PancakeSwap. MintHub shares are locked for minting. That means if I purchase 2 times as many MintHub tokens as you during the private sale, I'm going to make 2 times as much money as you every single month as soon as the minting distributions begin. Imagine that MintHub go up in audience by 1,000-fold. Imagine they really become the leading news channel for MintHub. That means you just got stock that you sold where you don't have even any MintHub tokens. You can sell all of it and your shares are locked and you're earning on a monthly basis permanently. So there's a lot of big opportunities. In the short term, it is after it goes public. In the longer term is when it lists on the exchange. And then in the longer term from that, it is when the minting distribution starts. So this is where that 19,900% came from. If all fails, I don't see it going below 19,900. Why? Because on a private sale stage, it goes up by 30 during the private sale. So that's done. And tokens go up a ridiculous multiple if they meet certain requirements when they go public. And MintHub are meeting all of those requirements. At the same time, the timing for the market is absolutely perfect. Bitcoin halving is coming up, which means even coins that have everything wrong have the ability to do way more than 5 times when they go public. Why? It's just how the market is. And it has happened every 4 years. It's called altcoin season. This is what the crypto boys call it. It means alternative coin season. That means a lot of things are going to pump and there's a lot of opportunity in the market. So if there's coins out there that are doing very well, the multiples can get ridiculous. As far as listing on exchanges goes, it's in MintHub's financial interest to list on these big exchanges. It's in my financial incentive to get listed, to get MintHub listed on these big exchanges. So I'm personally looking around to get it listed in certain exchanges. I have a friend of a friend who owns one of the biggest exchanges. I'm not going to name the name. I might have actually, as I was talking already. So there's a clue there. And to have a discussion about listing MintHub on those on that exchange. And usually what happens is once it lists on one exchange, the ego of these exchanges, they want that coin listed on theirs too. So as soon as it lists on a big exchange, all the other exchanges, they want that customer base. They don't want their competitor getting it, so they want it listed there. And so oftentimes what happens is the direction that MintHub is going to go, I believe, is they're going to list on the smaller exchanges and then extrapolate out to the bigger exchanges. Once one of the giants, once they're listed on one of the giants, everybody wants a piece of the pie. So that's where things can really shoot up. So in my personal opinion, what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit on the money. When it goes public, I'm personally going to sit on the money. If you wish, later on, perhaps on month 2 after it lists on PancakeSwap, sell some shares. Because remember, when the minting happens, whether you sell it or not, you're still going to earn a revenue from it. So that's basically MintHub in a nutshell. It's absolutely exciting. It's crazy. I looked at all of the details, had a lot of discussions. I believe the person who made MintHub will actually, before it goes public, do a live Zoom session with me. So that was a topic of discussion there. So he's out there in the open, and you get to know him. He's a very quiet figure. but I have known this person for many, many, many years. So that's the topic that I wanted to discuss here. I see a lot of chats here. Is there any questions that you might have? So I'm just going to scroll up here. Let's see here. Samuel said everyone is holding on to their coins. Absolutely. I mean, look, I'm not going to tell people to hold on to their coins and they have rent to pay or they got something they really need to take care of. Take care of those things. No problem. Take care of it, because the margin is, in my opinion, the margin is going to be so great that even if, don't worry too much about, oh, I need to spend on this emergency here that's cost me $500 or $1,000 or whatever the case is, and this 1,000 can be worth 100,000 later. Don't worry about the later. If you have emergencies, handle those emergencies. Just make sure to have some MintHub for when it really grows. And when it goes on the big exchanges, I don't have that personal experience of having a coin that lists on a personal exchange that I got from the private sale. So I don't have that experience. But in my opinion, it's absolutely wild. From what I've seen in the past and from what I've seen when I've reached such things, when it lists on big exchanges, it really takes a whole other level. This is where things like Dogecoin just turn people into overnight millionaires. When things get listed on those big exchanges, I haven't purchased a coin from private sale and then sold it when it listed on a big exchange, and I still did pretty damn well for myself. So I'm very excited about this one. I'm going to hold on to a lot of MintHub, waiting for it to list on the exchanges, and I'm going to actively push and pursue and set up the meetings if I have to get it listed on some of these big exchanges. So I got my money on the line. I wanna make money. I want to make the big multiples, and so I'm going to push hard to get it listed on the big exchanges. And perhaps every Zoom session that I do, I'll throw in a few $1,000s just to show you guys. Just now, for example, it was $4,000. 4 days ago, it was $3,000. Maybe I'll do $10,000 every single Zoom session, all the way from the beginning price, 0.005, up to 0.15. Now, there's a few mentions from Samuel here. MintHub has got a utility, Walter said. Absolutely. It's got the utility that I need. I'm going to be an actual customer of MintHub, where I will pay to put up products to use that channel. Because if I want to promote something crypto on Facebook, for example, and I want to run Facebook ads, or I want to run Google ads, that's very tough for me to do for Cryptonaire Network. I have to really think around it. So I will do that. And if the ads do extremely well, I will share it with you guys. A lot of people I've noticed would hide their ad or their system. Guys, I'm here to take care of you. Cryptonaire Network is the platform that I built. So I'm going to actually share the ad with you, and you can go ahead and rock with it. And the reason is very simple. I think it's all about your mentality as a person. People have this competitive mentality. Is that the audio just, okay, the audio is back. Yeah, people have this competitive mentality where they think that one person wins, it means the other person loses. But the world is so big. It's not like that. If I just Google right now how much money Facebook made, and Facebook make pretty much 100% of their money from you running ads to them. Facebook's revenue, let's have a look. Facebook revenue 2020, let's say, because we'll just go back a few years. So there's the full report there. I'm just going to Google this right now. So it is made a revenue $117 billion. If I spend $1 billion on advertising on Facebook, that's 1%. So there's no competition. If I spend $1 million, That's what, 0.00001%, something crazy like that. So even at $1 million spend and it's doing very great, I'm not going to say, oh, I need to hide the ad because you here putting in $10, $100, $1,000 is going to impact my results. It's not. At the same time, I'm the one paying you. So I want you to make profit. So I'm going to actually run some tests for some ads, see what works, what sticks, what can be scaled. And then I'll share it to every single person here. Right? And that will come on email. It might take a couple of weeks. It might not even happen. Let's see. I'm going to run some tests and actually upload some ads in the next week or so. And then I'm going to share the results with you guys. Samuel said, do you think there's room for another company to do the same as MintHub? Again, this goes to what I just factored in right now, which is about competition. Crypto has been what exactly? They said it here on the PDF towards the beginning somewhere. If you've read the PDF, Samuel, let me just minimize things here. $223 million was spent just on TV advertisement, just for crypto. So that's for that. The number is likely at least over 10 times. TV advertisements are not doing so well. So all in all, this is a market that's going to do at least $20 billion, in my opinion, per year in advertising spend for crypto-related products. It doesn't have to be a crypto coin. It could be a crypto education service. It could be a financial service. It could be consulting, whatever the case is. But this is going to go up in a very big way. It's all about who comes in early, who goes big with it, and the systems and the things that they put in place. But I can tell you right now, I don't think anything will beat MintHub in the next few years. Let's see how things go. Mary said, what are the requirements that MintHub needs to meet? You know, some of these big exchanges, you can literally just pay them out to list, but there are some, it's never black and white. It's like a gray thing where if they see the momentum, if they see the talent, if they see that there is a big traction, then they will list it. So it's a few things. It's actually just a conversation or two can do it. Then obviously, if you know the person and you've networked correctly and you've made some good friends, then the requirements are going to be less than for what the requirements would be for a stranger. So I'm just skimming through some of the messages right now. Brian said, how do you make money even if you sell your MintHubs? MintHub will lock the shares in. So basically, if I have 1 million MintHub tokens, Brian, and you have 500,000 MintHub tokens, the shares are locked in terms of the revenue distribution. It means that I'm going to get twice the distribution that you're going to get. And when MintHub sell their it's basically selling the audience or selling attention, right? Attention is the most, attention is actually the highest cost commodity, more than oil, more than anything else. Attention is the highest cost commodity. Once MintHub starts selling attention, they then, half of that revenue, they distribute out amongst people who purchased in the private sale. Not based on your US dollar amount that you purchased, based on the number of MintHub tokens you have. So every single day that you miss purchasing MintHub, guess what? The price is going up, your shares are going down on the same US dollar that you invested compared to what you could have done just a few days earlier. So get in as big and as quick as possible. That's very important. It's going to be distributed in the dashboard, and then you can sell it instantly, and you can sell it into BNB, or when it lists on a central exchange, then you can pretty much go from there. You can go from MintHub directly to your bank account as soon as it lists on a big exchange, for example, or from MintHub directly into any coin of your choosing, USDT, BNB, Bitcoin, Ethereum, the top 10 coins that I list on the Cryptonaire Accelerator membership. So I can go anywhere from that point. Dr. Bongani said, hi, Rahman. And I did mention about this just earlier. Maybe I'll just walk you through it real quick. He said, not sure if you did update on the commissions to purchase the MintHub tokens directly from the dashboard. I did, and I did a $4,000 live transfer. Mary said, how certain that MintHub coin will go up? As certain as I'm going to put in a few $1,000s every single time I hop on a Zoom session with you guys live, regardless of what the price is. I'm just scrolling through questions now. Some people ask if you can withdraw the money you spent on buying the token money if you change your mind due to circumstances. That can be added in. It'll complicate things. Guys, listen, either you're in or you're not in, and then you make your you take your action. A lot of people, what they do is, you know, people go into things 50-50. And not only do they go into things 50-50, Mary, they go into things 50-50, and then they take a whole year to think about it. Sit down, do your research, check your numbers, make sure everything is correct, and then go in. And you can do all that within an hour. Right? I would go here, I would watch this video, I would naturally take step 1, step 2, step 3 as soon as I log in. So I'm going to show you this now. Here's step 1, here's step 2, here's step 3, right? I would go ahead and I would check the PDF document. I would check that everything is good, right? And that's it. I'll take action. So a lot of people, what they do is they really take a very long time on making decisions, and then they go back and forth with themselves for no reason whatsoever. Oftentimes, you don't even have to think. I set this up so you don't even have to think. Oh, I want to promote. Let me click promote now. Let me click marketing material. Oh, I don't know what to write. Here it is, copy paste. That's simple. Everything is extremely simplified for you. Oh, I don't know which coin is going to pump like crazy. Let me find it. Let me put it directly in the dashboard right here, MintHub right here. Let me put it directly in the dashboard. Look how easy I've made things for you. Oftentimes, people seem to think what has value must be difficult, which is absolutely false. Breathing is one of the most valuable things. It's also one of the easiest things. You don't think about it, but now that you do, you are grateful about it, right? The most valuable things do not have to be difficult. It just means that it's valuable. So money is valuable, but it's actually the easiest thing to make. You can't make anything easier than money. I'll prove it to you right now. What do people exchange in? What's the easiest form of an exchange of value? I give you this, you give me money. Or I give you money and you give me this. Have you ever gone into a restaurant and said, you know, take a cigar or take a pen or take a book and then give me food? No, you exchange with cash. So if cash is what's money is what's being exchanged that everybody understands, isn't it the easiest thing in the world to make? Very valuable, but it's also the easiest thing. Like literally nothing is easier than it, because everyone knows money, everyone understands money, and it's the form of exchange. So money is the easiest thing to make, to earn, to build your portfolio. It's the easiest. I would find a very hard time going into a restaurant and saying, I don't have money, but I have this of value. Can you give me this? That's a long discussion. Instead, I'll take out my wallet. Here's my card. Here's cash. Done. Food is on the table. I'm eating. Make sense? If it makes sense, say yes. Brian said, great question. There's a lot of yeses here. I'm glad you guys understand this. I'm glad. Brian said, where do you find our referral link to place in emails to click? Okay, so if I go here, before the referral link was not on there, my tech guy said, hey, they have to actually put the hyperlink in. But now, as you can see over here, I can actually click it. So let's see if it works. But I'm logged in now, so it's gonna, I guess, yeah, it works. So he actually placed the link inside already. So Brian, I guess you saw this the other day and now you're asking it, but now you didn't check it. There's always updates. There's always things happening. We're very, very fast. Don't worry about that, 24/7. What tech guy calls you in the middle of the day just to say, how are things? Can I do some work here on this? He literally called me today to check up, is there anything I need to do? Even though I didn't give him any instructions. So it's already here like this. You can just copy and paste. However, your link is over here at the top. If you go to the dashboard, it's going to be here at the top. So be very, let me see here. There's something I need to check actually. This is correct. This is incorrect over here. So I'm going to have him fix this ASAP. This is correct, by the way. And if you go to the dashboard, whatever your username is what is supposed to show here. Okay, so make sure that you use the referral link from the home section here. I'm going to get him to fix this right now. All right, guys, that will be all for now. So again, a few people did ask on email, hey, I've deposited funds. All of a sudden, I'm not seeing the MintHub. Step 1 is to deposit. Step 2 is to go to buy MintHub, and then you buy right now. Dr. Bongani, you missed me purchasing $4,000 of MintHub right now. What I did was I went to withdraw, and there's another button here. So you can actually write this amount. So I'll just do another 300 just to show you. And I click add to available balance. I click OK. It's added successfully. I go to MintHub. I click buy MintHub. And this is for the guys who are making commission. I click 300. I click buy now. And there we go. That easy. That easy. So just in the last 2 Zoom sessions, that's $7,300 roughly, $7,333 to be more precise. And every single Zoom session, I'm going to pump in a few $1,000s. I know the price is going up and up and up, but I've made my heavy purchases very early on. But just to show you, every single time while we're talking, I will do a live deposit. So there we go. There we have it. That's for people who are earning their commissions. And if you want to just deposit directly, you can go over here. How do I purchase cryptocurrencies? There is a site. It's called localcoinswap.com. It's peer-to-peer, and it works in most areas of the world, where what you can do is you can have someone actually send you Bitcoin or USDT or pretty much any of these coins here, and then you pay them through a local transfer. It's called localcoinswap.com. It's absolutely amazing. I've been using them for a very long time. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to keep this short. It's exactly 59 minutes that we're on, 50 minutes of talking. This is recorded. I will share it on YouTube. Do share the recording with your team. All the details are over here. Dr. Bongani and anyone else here who ended up coming late, do watch this recording. And please do me a favor. Always, guys, please keep as engaged as possible on the Telegram channel. So on the Telegram channel, whenever I post something, do one of those emojis so that it goes up. At the same time, when I do upload YouTube videos, do some comments, like it, make sure you subscribe on the YouTube, get as active as possible. What happens when you get as active as possible is when you're promoting Cryptonaire network, people are going to see that, they're going to see the engagement, and it's going to drive them, tip them over the edge, and they're going to purchase. It's going to tip them over the edge. They're going to get curious. It's going to tip them over the edge. They're going to get interested. So everyone doing that collectively is going to do a big impact on Cryptonaire network. So that being said, this is Rahman signing out. See you in 4 days' time. I'm going to click stop share, and I'm going to end the meeting right now. Take care, guys.